I'm Shay.
And I'm Hannah, and we're Dinnernational.
Today, we decided to try something new. We're cooking Malaysian food. We've not had enough of Malaysian food in our life, but whenever we do, we always enjoy it. So today, we're trying to replicate some of our usual favorites.
So I'm going to be doing coconut steamed clams.
And I'm gonna grill a fish. But as you know, we don't have a grill, so we're just gonna bake this in the oven instead. I'm just gonna make the paste that we're gonna use to coat the fish before we grill it. So what I have here is like a couple of pieces of shallots, 5 in number. And I have like 10 Thai red chilies that my wife was kind enough to cut and de-seed. You can keep some of the seeds in if you like spicy, but yeah, this is de-seeded for the most part. I have a couple of stalks of lemongrass over here that I've cut into small pieces. I have 2 stalks. These were frozen and I just got it at my Thai market. And I have some shrimp paste. Now this is not an exact ingredient. This recipe calls for a specific kind of shrimp paste called belacan. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. This comes from Malaysia. What I'm using here is Philippines shrimp paste. I'm sure it's not the exact same thing, but it's kind of similar. So we'll just blend this into a fine paste and then saute it first. Once we saute it, then it's ready for application on the fish. Okay. So the paste is ready. I'm gonna quickly fry this up and then add the rest of the ingredients. So our paste has been frying for about 5 minutes. It smells amazing. Wow, I can mostly just smell the shrimp. It smells really good. As you can see, it's starting to get a little bit brown. I'm just gonna add, say about 2 teaspoons of fish sauce. Fishy. And I have like about a tablespoon of brown sugar. You can use less or more depending on your personal taste. And here's some lime juice. So this is the juice of 1 lime. So I'm just gonna stir this until everything kind of mixes together. Oh, and pro tip, in the meantime, I started preheating my oven to 400. Maybe you should do the same. And here's the last ingredient, turmeric. This is just about a pinch, maybe about like a half teaspoon. Once this turmeric is done cooking, the paste is ready. Let's talk about the fish. So most of these recipes that we looked at called for a fish called stingray. Now that's actually a little bit hard to find, at least in Vancouver. So we've got 2 fresh whole barramundi here. So these were already cleaned and gutted for me, but all I had to do was like descale it. I'll show you that some other time. What I essentially did was cut like a couple of vertical slashes in this so it can absorb the paste a little bit better and also cook a little bit faster. So let's marinate the fish. My fish are sitting on banana leaves. Now these banana leaves that I got were frozen, so they're not in the best shape, but for the purpose of this dish, this will do just fine. Oh, look at that. My oven is already preheated. So that's perfect timing because all I need to do is put some of this marinade inside and on the fish, and I'll just grill this at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. So essentially what we're doing is cook it for about 10 minutes, pull it, flip it, put some more marinade on there, and then cook it again. So this marinade that I have, I'm just breaking it up into a couple of pieces. So I'll just pick up a little bit of this marinade and put it inside the pocket of the fish. Maybe you can get a better look like this. So our fish is pretty well coated in our marinade. And what we're doing over here is I'll just cover this with the other banana leaf, put it in the oven. So it's been 10 minutes. So I'm gonna lift up this crispy banana leaf. It got real crispy. And I'm gonna flip these fish boys, coat them with the rest of that paste, put it back in for about 8 to 10 minutes.
While the fish is cooking, we'll get started on the clams. Now, clams and mussels are not that difficult to cook with. People are often scared of them, but it's very simple. All you really need is clams and a liquid, and once they open, they're safe to eat. All right, so this is my favorite part because I love clams and mussels. We're going to fry up some garlic and ginger into this skillet or pan until you can smell it. So this recipe calls for Thai red chili paste. I know this is a Malaysian recipe, but a lot of the same things go into this paste as the paste we use for the fish, actually. So I'm starting to smell this. I'm going to add in the paste. This is about a little over a tablespoon of Thai red chili paste. We're going to fry it, cook those spices. Ooh, I can smell that. Keep this going for about a minute. So I'll pour in the coconut milk. This is unsweetened coconut milk. A little more than a cup. It's about a cup and 1/3 of coconut milk. And stir this all together. Once it starts to boil, we'll add the clams and cover it. You can see the coconut milk is boiling, so I'm going to add the clams. And these clams have been sitting in water for about a half hour. So we'll clean them up and release any sand that's in there. I'll make sure there's an even layer, and then I'll cover this for about 2 to 3 minutes, and if any of them aren't open, don't eat them. All right, so see how these are all open? These are ready to go. I'll garnish these with some cilantro and fresh squeezed lime.
All right, let's open up our Christmas present. This thing smells really good. So I really look forward to eating this.
It's gonna be pretty good.
Let's have a bite. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I think it's really tasty. I would definitely try this again. It's the right amount of salt. And if you notice, this recipe did not call for any salt. They did not add any on purpose. It's important to do that because mussels, clams, things like that, where do they live? In the ocean. And they are gonna make this broth salty.
It's really, really good. This is great. It's spicy too. And if you don't like things too spicy, use a little less of the Thai red curry paste.
I'm actually excited to break into this fish. One pro tip, off camera what we did was we just put it under the broiler for about 5 minutes. This is a totally optional step. The fish was already cooked by then, but we decided to just broil it to give it like that charcoal effect. So I'm just gonna break it into the fish.
Ooh.
This is like really tender. It's got bones in it, so gotta be careful. Please.
Wow, that's really nice.
Is it really good?
Yeah, it's good. You can taste the ginger. The paste itself was,
Oh yeah.
pretty spicy, but on the fish it's mild.
Yeah, and I think the sugar really works in this. It's a little bit sweet, but not really. I mean, I can taste the sweetness in the shallots, but the sugar kind of just balances it out. I'm gonna go for another bit. See you guys later.